What's happening? This is your Kill Tony 307 recap. And I'm Kopus Millennium.
I'm Seth Lawrence.
And I'm Ericka Lisa.
And we're figuring this out.
We're here to bring you some really funny moments and exciting things that we each experience through our own eyes and our own feelings during the Kill Tony show.
So we go every Monday night live to the Comedy Store. Seth has been going for how long, my friend?
Man, since I think February, actually, regularly.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I haven't been going regularly, but I've been listening regularly, like probably a lot of you in YouTube land and out there, inside the digital Spotify, however you catch this. I've been listening since the Death Squad, since Brian Redband was on the Joe Rogan Experience. And I'm a big fan, and we were just kind of brainstorming last time Seth was here on the dot, and we're thinking, like, why is there not a recap show for, like, one of our favorite shows? There's, like, a recap show for every other show. So why not Kill Tony?
Yeah, it's getting huge now. Like, they're touring all over the country. They're going international.
They're at Texas, tomorrow. They're going to Fort Worth, like 4 shows in Fort Worth. Who knew Fort Worth gets 4 shows?
Dude, it's Fort Worth? Fort.
Oh,
not Fort Worth. It's
sorry,
Fort.
I'm not well-traveled, guys.
But Fort Worth. But yeah, I didn't know it was that big either. So they're doing all stand-up and then doing the actual Kill Tony podcast in each. They're going to a couple different cities in Texas, but...
Yeah.
I think they're going to San Antonio, too, or something.
Yeah, they might be.
But that's really cool.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And tonight, I was live in L.A., and right next to me was a Belgium dude.
A Belgium dude.
He was on a holiday, came down to Los Angeles just to see Kill Tony.
That
Really?
was his whole point.
That was his whole point.
That's crazy.
And then he was like, well, how do you know about this? I see a lot of people here. I'm giving a Belgium accent.
Yeah.
And he's like, a lot of people here. I recognize, I've seen them on TV.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I know that one. And when Cassandra came over and she gave us a hug, I was like, I know her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, do you know Afrodyete? Oh, of course I know Afrodyete.
Of course.
And then I was like, do you know that Afrodyete has a show? Oh, really? Well, what's the show called? Stupid Central. Oh, yeah, we're all on Stupid Central, the 3 of us. And guess what? You could watch Stupid Central on YouTube. And he was like, oh, I'm going to watch it. So you know when you can see where people see it from, you'll see at least one person from Belgium. So I'm holding you to it, man. You're a very
that's
nice
awesome.
guy.
I hope you... Why didn't you introduce me to him? How nice.
Well, it's quite a busy night because there's a lot of comedy going on.
It's a hectic place in that main room.
Cockroaches and all.
We got to sit up front this time. Seth always gets to sit up front because he carries Aphrodite's
Once
bag.
I made friends with Aphrodite, she starts hooking you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Abraham sneaks in like he's a cool kid. He's like, I got to go to the bathroom, and then he runs to the front.
Which is ridiculous. He's like, come on, do it with me. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, sometimes they put a guy at the door, though, of the main room from that long hallway in the back of the Comedy Store, and they'll catch you. I've been caught before trying to sneak in the way that he did.
Uh-oh.
These last few months, they haven't had a guy there, though, right before the show
What
starts.
happens when you get caught?
They just send you back. They're like, did they let you in already? I'm too honest to be like, yeah, they did. So I probably would do it now. I'd probably be fine. But the first time I got caught, it was like the 3rd week I was there.
Oh, were you embarrassed?
And I was like super just, I don't want to make anybody at the Comedy Store upset. So it's like, oh, no, I just used the bathroom. I thought I could come in. They were like, no, you can't. You have to wait.
Oh.
So one of the guests tonight was Esther Koo, and if you guys are like comedy nerds like me out there, you'll know that Esther dated both Ryan Redband and also Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
And
first Tony, right? And then Brian, as I understand it.
That's how it worked out. And like Tony and her like shared like a little studio apartment like me and Ericka do currently.
That's right.
Yeah, and they did it for a while, right?
Yeah, for a while.
At least a year.
It was quite serious. And then every time she comes on, Tony really tries to sexualize her.
Dude.
Like tonight, there was one stand-up, and he was like, what would you do? Tell me what you would do to Esther. Tell me what you would do. Sexually.
Yeah.
And she was like, no!
And the kid looked like he was 23.
It was a Me Too movement, like, scary for the guy, right?
Yeah.
He was from Thousand Oaks.
That's ridiculous.
The Connecticut
I didn't like that guy. That's the
Los
guy
Angeles.
I hated.
Oh, that's the one you didn't
That's
like.
the guy I didn't like.
At
I
all.
don't hate anybody, you guys. In case you guys don't know me, but I don't hate anyone.
Just one person a day.
Just one person
It
per
changes,
podcast.
always.
Yeah,
love
that guy bugged me
What
to
did he?
death.
What bothered you about him?
His comedy was terrible.
I thought it was like his first time. He gave me the impression.
No, he said
it
he's
was-
been doing it for 2 years.
Oh,
He
that's
thinks
right.
he's so funny.
Well-
And I've
He
never.
didn't seem like he thought he was that funny.
I
He
don't
looked
think
so
so. He
bummed
looked
after the
nervous. He
show.
looked
Like I
super
saw him
nervous.
while we were walking back to the car.
Yeah.
And he looked like his dad
Deflated,
died.
dude. Yeah.
And then his puppy pooped on him on the way to
Really,
the
I
funeral.
watched
Just,
him
like,
go back to
terrible.
his seat though after the show, and
Well, right
he was sitting
after.
at his table, and his friend said something. And he went, "Yeah, it was okay."
His
I saw
house
him.
probably burned down. He's from Thousand Oaks.
Oh my god, shit!
Yeah.
And you hate the guy.
He may have made it
I don't
out of
hate
the
anybody.
shooting, but only barely. I mean, we
Here's
don't
what I
know.
didn't
Yeah,
like.
he could have totally known the shooter.
Right.
And that he could be really funny normally, but he has all this tragedy going on in his life,
bummed.
and then
All
Ericka
right.
just hates him.
Well,
Oh gosh.
Unbelievable.
Here.
Not judgmental.
this is the thing. I can be judgmental. I shouldn't be that because I've got people could judge me on a lot of things. But with that situation, if you're getting interviewed, like if someone's asking you questions, you don't in front of a live audience. You don't just
Freeze.
you just stay silent. Like he was fine answering the other stuff, but just say I felt like I would have been like I was gonna unbutton her shirt and I'd grab her breasts and I would just say it I would just make it kind of funny.
Sure.
Not just who cares about the Me Too movement.
Yeah, but not,
you can't
not
put
everybody operates that way, though.
Well,
stand up and
I
improv.
know.
Well,
I
you
don't know
could
how to
make
do
it a
stand-up.
respectful way. You could have
Of
joked
course.
about
He could have been
respectfully.
I would have found the only restaurant that didn't get fallout.
Right, or I would have made
and
sure that she
would have
had the
found some
nicest
candles.
bubble bath. You could
Right.
have said anything,
Use
but
some
to stand
hot-scented
mute.
oils.
I would have
rubber
combed
back.
her hair strand by strand. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of things you
He
could
could have.
do.
He could have made it there's.
But
that's
yeah,
what I'm
not
saying.
answering is the worst. And
Right
there
to
were
the
2 or
point where
3 guests.
Tony keeps having to where he's like, "Really? How many? I mean, you think you're just gonna silence your way through this
Yeah,
here?"
but there were 2 or 3 guys that did that tonight.
I know.
It
I
was
don't.
the first 2
the
or 3.
millennials did it.
So here's what's crazy. That guy, the biker dude from, I think I have him on Instagram. I think he started following me, and I may have followed him back. You
What
know, the
biker?
courtesy follow back.
Yeah,
What biker did?
Yeah.
very
The
courteous.
guy who biked from Idaho
Oh,
down the West Coast.
that guy.
Because it feels like I saw someone post about it, being like, I'm going to be biking all over the place.
So you and Ericka are both courtesy follow backers. I'm not.
Yeah,
See,
I
I
am-
follow him back for a little bit, and then I'll unfollow.
Oh, you're the worst.
Because it's a
You're that
total
guy.
ploy. Well, it's a ploy. Like, he wants to have, a sustained... I know he's going to unfollow me.
Really?
I got to find him again.
Oh,
What was
my
his name?
gosh.
Austin something?
So
Really?
you guys.
I don't ever
I
unfollow.
play
You
the
don't
game
unfollow?
back. I
I've
play
never
the game back.
I don't play the game.
It's
I just
my-
don't
it's
follow
my-
you. I look at you and I see if you're interesting. I'm like, huh? Do
Yeah.
I want to follow this person?
It's my Instagram
Nah,
clapback.
and then I just won't.
Well, wait a
I don't
minute.
need to.
I look at people's stuff and I follow them if I think that they're interesting or whatever.
No, you tell
But-
me I need to follow anyone that's got more followers than me. If they have
Yeah.
more followers than me, then you say follow them back.
No.
I don't do
play
that.
that game.
I don't play that game.
That's not the game I play.
If
I
you're
played-
cool, I'll follow you back. But if I'm
Well, you
not,
told
if
me
I
to
don't want to
stop-
look at your stuff in
Yeah.
your feed, I'm not gonna follow.
Well, you know what? You told me to stop doing that, so I stopped doing that, and I started seeing what kind of stuff they post, but then I follow them. But for the most part, if someone does reach out and follow me, I'll follow them back, and then I get pictures of men with their finger underneath a blanket in their DMs trying to be a penis. I'm not even joking.
I believe you
And I'm like,
wholeheartedly.
I don't know where I met this guy.
I feel like I am always so rude looking on my phone.
I'm
now
not
over here,
sure
but I wanna
who
find
this is.
dude.
Here it is.
Oh my gosh.
So
Why would you
this,
send
well,
that,
this
though?
isn't a
It's like a
video
micro.
cast, Ericka, so
Oh.
that no one's gonna see
Sorry,
that.
guys.
Yeah, we see it.
So
Why don't you just grab it in graphic detail? It's an index finger under some polka dot
It's a
boxers.
No, that's a blanket or something. It's a white blanket with black polka dots with someone's index finger poking out the end, and they sent it
they're
to me.
insinuating that it's a penis. It's
I
like a
know the
semi-erect penis, but it's a finger. You know,
Right, and I'm supposed
that's
to
kind
write.
of funny,
Yeah.
but
And then they send me question marks.
Right, so that's
Unbelievable.
why you don't follow people like that.
See, yeah, you don't. I don't follow those.
Started
guys
at
back.
9:57 in the morning, and they were questioning me at 4:38 a.m.
So we're going to give out a Golden Pony Award in honor of Tony Hinchcliffe because it's his
nice.
show.
Yeah.
For the person that we think did best on the show. Personally, mine goes out to my boy Streeter.
Streeter.
Oh, Streeter did do the best.
I think he was the best comic and then interviewee.
Yes.
That's a unanimous decision. That's
Yeah,
not always
for sure.
going to be the case,
No,
but today it's
no,
a
it won't.
unanimous decision.
I'll tell you who was a close second is the final chick. For me, whatever her
Fox
name was.
News lady.
Yeah, the Fox News lady. The Ford truck sales
Oh,
woman.
her last name was
Grody.
Grody.
Sam Grody or
Sam
something like that.
Grody.
Max Grody, I have no idea. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Sam.
Sam. She was good, but she came off elitist.
Plus, I didn't like the fact that, I didn't know I was going to do this, but...
I hate it when people say that. Why sign up?
Yep.
That's what this
Well,
is.
yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either.
I don't know how she
no
signed
one
up for
knows
that.
if they're going to do it. Well, that's the point, right?
Well,
you never
I
know,
mean-
because every time the name gets picked, you don't know it's going to be yours.
Well, her point was that she wanted to sign up for
For the
potluck.
potluck, yes.
So she signed, but you shouldn't be. And she was Jewish. You should know better than to sign her name.
So for
down
those of
without
you
knowing.
non-comics, at the Comedy Store, there's always two sort of open mics that go on Monday night. One is Potluck, which is not a podcast. It's just done for other comics inside the Comedy Store, but might provide an opportunity to do another show. And the other one is Kill Tony that people watch worldwide.
And
Well,
live.
she ends up getting to perform in front of a live audience of not just other comics that want to get picked out of the bucket, but people from Belgium that came all the way across the world to come see.
Yeah.
And then she gets up there and acts like, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to perform for other comics. So
Yeah, I
if it
didn't
wasn't
like
for that,
part.
I would have thought she was a really great interview. She was interesting. It was kind of interesting that a Jewish person sells Ford trucks. That I never thought would happen before.
Is that right?
That's
Why?
kinda-
Wait a minute,
What about
why?
that?
Because Jews don't like Fords. They think it's kind of like a white trash kind of truck. They want something a little
She
bit
was
more,
raised in Newport.
like an Acura,
I'm surprised she sells
BMW.
them just because she's from Newport.
I don't know.
Yeah, Newport people don't normally
No.
like Fords either.
You would be like, what? You
I mean, it
sell
may be
Ford
just
trucks?
the only
maybe
job that she's gotten, right? Like she would have
She's
sold
in her late
Teslas
20s.
if. I'm just saying it might be the only spot that she's got,
She's gonna work it up, start at the Fords, and maybe
And
move
then,
to the
like,
Teslas.
Tesla or something eventually. I don't know.
Well-
What's the most Jewish car company? Certainly not BMW.
You don't think so?
Definitely not Volkswagens.
I mean, both of them are German.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Volkswagen made the
BMW
ovens,
too, right?
Anyway, yeah, BMW too.
Well, I think that's ironic because I know a lot of Jews that have BMWs. Audi, sure.
Mercedes. I like
Mercedes.
We're being
That's also.
Yeah. I don't know. We're getting off track. This is no longer even
Yeah.
about Kill Tony.
Well, it's about that one
But it's
Jewish
about
lady
that
that
one
was
woman.
was
But
at the
Yeah.
end.
Streeter.
My favorite moment was when Benji, I guess was what Tony kept on calling him, the other comedic guest,
Yeah, Esther's
Esther's
co-host
co-star,
for
in Home Alone or Alone Together.
Alone Together.
The dude sounded like Ira Glass. Did you guys listen to NPR?
I don't listen to
Dude,
NPR.
The dude sounded like if we looked up
Ericka
Ira
was
Glass,
wondering who listens to NPR. Seth listens
I
to
listen to
NPR.
NPR.
What is NPR? I don't even know.
National Public Radio.
Explain that to a porn star.
All right. So National Public Radio
I'm not a-
is a national broadcast news radio station. They contract, they do their own shows, but they contract with local stations and sell some of their shows, some of their segments to local stations.
So, like, what kind of news?
National news. So they'll talk about the elections, they'll talk about fires in California, they'll talk about
God bless you. For
all
listening
sorts of
to that,
things.
'cause I
Yeah.
That's
Anyhow.
what was on in your car, wasn't it, just now?
Yeah. 89.3.
Makes sense. I'm like, can you please turn that down?
But
Turn that
they also have
racket.
like some syndicated
Turn that
shows
racket
that like our podcast too, don't they?
They'll do, like they have Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Wait,
which
Don't
is a
Tell Me.
Saturday,
There we go.
News quiz show. They housed Prairie Home Companion. You could find it typically on a local station that did NPR stuff.
KCRW is an NPR station. The only reason I was really into KCRW is because I used to have a friend that was like in the underground band scene, and he had a couple of tracks that got played on KCRW, and it was a big deal. So they do play like indie college kind of music.
Yeah, they have like a music review show. They'll do a bunch of different stuff.
The cadence of NPR is like very
it's pretty
monotone, measured.
Yeah.
And they usually try to stay pretty centered, maybe leaning a little bit to the left, but they
This is not what okay, well I just now know. I'm glad I don't know what it
Can I play a segment of Ira Glass just talking, or will YouTube like go crazy on that? Because I know they have weird rules about...
I say like maybe we can give it a few seconds.
Okay,
let's give it a shot.
I'll turn my phone up.
All right, I'm going to get to hear NPR for my first time.
I don't think this is... I think this is just an interview.
So you guys decide out there that just watch Kill Tony.
Whoops, sorry. Go ahead.
If this woman... what was her name?
Ira Glass is a dude.
Oh, Ira Glass is a dude.
So... Benji,
the other...
Esther's co-star.
Oh, Benji
sounds like
Ira Glass. Okay.
To me, he sounded like an evil Ira Glass.
Okay.
So let me see if I can find just... That's David Letterman.
Oh, that's you, Dave.
We got protested. We got protested on the radio.
Okay, I hear it.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
When you're on public radio, like the kinds of things people protest you for.
Yeah, he sounded like Ira Glass to me.
Yes, like a smart, hip sort of voice, but
I don't know. That one has a little more of an accent.
Ira Glass has a bit more of an accent.
That's
a bit
similar.
more of a, I think, what would you classify the accent? New York?
Something.
New York Jewy. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to call it what it is.
Yeah,
Benji,
no, that's a different accent. The New York Jew accent is way different than that.
Well, it's
just so you know.
New England.
Yes.
I think we can pinpoint
something
it to
like
New
that.
England. All
okay.
Right? New York's the
East
heartland
Coast.
of New England, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Some New Englanders might take issue with that, so anyhow. Leave it in the comments.
All right, but going back to Streeter, because he is the golden pony.
Yeah, who was also on
First
Stupid
person
Central.
Who was also on Stupid Central, Aphrodite's show. That's going to be episode 11, so that's coming inside the future.
So I am objective in laying that judgment.
He is the first ever person on Kill Tony ever to do a performance inside his underwear.
Yeah.
And if you guys only listen to the audio version of Kill Tony, I would highly suggest watching that portion inside the video because it was quite bizarre. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the World Star dude, that skinny little white boy dude that also does stuff with the big giant fat white dude.
Rappers, the rapper, the really skinny anorexic rapper guy.
He sort of kind of looked like him, but a prettier, gayer version.
Yeah.
What is that guy's name? I wish I knew.
Oh my god, I don't know. I'll find out. Let me
find out what that guy's name is. But Streeter,
it's really hard to find him.
Basically got naked, and he had these really bizarre older man
he
boxers
had dad boxers on.
For a gay guy. I thought they would be boxer briefs,
Tony
form fitting.
Totally nailed it. He called him an out-of-work attorney.
Yeah,
that is exactly what an out-of-work attorney would wear. Those boxers.
Okay, for sure.
Not
just
wrinkly.
Them. Someone just bought some of those today.
Not sexy at all. I mean, it's totally not what I would.
What do you wear?
Okay, they were so
Are you
bad.
a boxer or brief guy?
Now, see, here's the thing, though. I am a boxer brief guy.
Me too.
Yeah.
So you would have had better underwear than the gay guy. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. But as a member of the LDS faith, we have special underwear. So I would have had to refuse to perform in just my underwear.
What kind of underwear?
It's sacred garments, right? So it's
really.
Yeah.
Do you buy them at a different store?
Wait a minute. What are they?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We
get them through our church, right? So part of our temple ceremony is reclothing, right? Symbolically, but also actually. Yeah, we get what we call garments.
They're underpants? Ladies
it's
too?
It's an underwear, top and bottom.
Who makes them?
Our church does.
They're
I think they're made by Deseret Industries, which is a church
I'm really
company.
Curious, though. What do the ladies
so you would have
wear?
Refused
I would have had to refuse on religious grounds.
On religious grounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Wait a
Streeter.
minute, what do the ladies wear though? Can they wear dongs?
No.
Just
I
granny?
mean, they can, but that's not garments, right? That's not the sacred undies.
You get them when though? When do you have those?
When you go through the temple, all of the
When you're married or
ordinances
before?
Of the temple. Typically, it's when you're married.
Oh, okay.
But you can also get them. We call it taking out your endowments. That's the ceremony that we call it. You get your endowments. So a gift, right? Anyhow,
That's
when you
interesting.
go on your mission. So for if you go on a mission as a young man, you go now it's at age 18. For women, it's 19.
Okay.
So it's either that or marriage. Those are the two scenarios. Anyhow,
Interesting.
So back to
Sorry,
Streeter.
guys. I went off on.
Streeter performed in his underwear.
He performed
which
in his
were
underwear.
Boxers.
And by the way, the first time I
Cotton.
met Streeter was on Sunday, and I also didn't think he was gay. I got a vibe from him
Sure.
that I was like, this guy is a straight man that's just acting a little bit silly, millennial, introverted. I don't
Yeah.
know what the
Yeah.
word was.
He was
but
so-
I
His
did,
shtick is like awkward.
Awkward,
right? I mean,
yeah.
he's
He's a giggly
purposely
boy.
awkward on stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yes, I met him also yesterday.
by
on
the way,
Stupid Central.
Abraham invited him over. Just saying.
For some chicken or what? What do you mean?
To be on the
To
show.
be on Stupid Central, so he's Abraham's boy.
Abraham also invited. Anyways, go on.
Yeah.
So we met him.
Who did he also invite over?
The shaman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What's his
Mitchell.
name? Mitchell.
Yeah.
I
this
love
guy.
Mitchell.
Also gay.
Also gay. So I
But
wonder...
much more open about being gay.
Much more open about gay. A very
Yeah.
different kind of
Streeter
gay.
was much.
Well,
What
no,
did Tony call him? Like the core. I can't remember.
Normcore.
Normcore.
no. Oh, normcore.
Yeah. Like, well, the clothing that he wore was not
Or
very...
I can tell you, he wore Lacoste. He wore
Let
Lacoste
me
tennis
explain
shoes.
what I mean by that. We don't need a description of the
I
clothes.
love she was going with brands though.
Because
I mean, she
because
was
they
right
could
down
watch
to
the
it.
video, but he doesn't look stylistically like a gay person,
No.
and he also doesn't project a gay vibe.
He doesn't have energy.
Like the
gay
stereotypical-
energy.
Yeah, he doesn't
no
have the gay
energy.
energy. No
Yeah.
energy.
He's the type of homosexual that church members, like any, super Christian church would be like, you are so welcome here. And then they might find out that he was gay and be like, oh wait, what's happening?
So I can see how
Well-
he's been put in a lot of awkward situations inside life.
He's
Because that
awk-
was one of his jokes. Like, a lot of women hit on him.
Right.
Mia Mars was hitting all over him on
course.
Stupid Central. She was really trying to get inside those gay
that
stingy
right?
underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was. And, you know.
Okay, first off, he was really bizarre on. Just so you guys know,
And
you
Mia
gotta
likes
check
the
out the
bizarre
video.
ones. Let's keep it real.
Okay, well,
100. Mia
I-
likes
Freaky herself.
I
She's
just
from
wa-
Mars. You know?
So
She likes the aliens.
I just want to say that if you watch him on the YouTube, you really need to look at the YouTube because he is even more weird on Stupid Central. He was
well,
so
they won't
weird
be
and
able to
awkward.
see that for months.
Oh.
So.
No, but you could watch the Kill Tony show episode is what I'm saying on YouTube. So you could just see how
Well,
awkward
hopefully they
his
saw
clothes are.
that before they watched this. Definitely don't listen to the recap until you've seen the real show.
Yeah, or go back and watch it.
Or go
If
back
you
and watch
listen to
it.
the podcast.
If you
go
listen
back
to the
and watch it.
podcast, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was
Groundbreaking
interesting,
stuff.
though.
He could be, I think, a very funny underwear comic. He's a funny comic regardless.
He
Yeah.
was
But,
funny.
Brian Redband got a big laugh. That doesn't happen every show.
No, very rarely.
Very
in
rarely
fact.
does he have a big laugh. I forgot the joke, but I
When
certainly...
it's like a decent joke and not just him being super crude. That's usually
That's his
other
move.
thing.
Yeah. He wants to, you know...
Yeah. No, this time it was about Benji, the evil Ira Glass,
Uh-huh.
giving pointers about how to buy a car.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
slipped in,
And said...
"Mommy, I want a car."
Yeah, which was a great joke.
It was perfect.
But you
That's
gotta
what
give
everybody was thinking.
Exactly. So shout out to Brian Redband. You know what? I know because I'm the tech guy on this show, which is like barely doing anything. And then also Stupid Central. It's kind of harder to throw a good joke in when you're also doing a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, Brian, giving you a hard time on that. I've seen your stand-up. You got some, you know, pretty far out there funny jokes. But yeah, sometimes it misses quite a bit on Kill Tony.
There's a lot going on. Well, Tony also addressed it because, like, Tony will consistently ask people about things that they talk about in their stand-up, but it's like he's never heard their stand-up, but they're doing it right there in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he talked about that
And
today.
Tony sort of slipped in like, well, I'm thinking about a million things, so I'm not really listening to
Yeah.
anything these people say.
That was a great reveal because
Yeah.
Tony sometimes does seem like he overlooks the material and then he just gets right into the roast, like what
Yeah.
he's about to do, unless someone is able to really captivate the stage and kill it to the point where they bring Tony in and he's like, well, there's something I like about you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're first time appearing on Kill Tony, a good move is just to do something kind of weird or strange just to get Tony's attention.
No, that's bad advice.
But don't do...
No.
I think you keep it honest.
Yeah,
it
that's what
honest.
I was gonna
you keep it
say.
honest.
That
And
he
if you're
says
a
that
weird-
too. We like honesty here.
If you're a weird person, like
Yeah,
Streeter's a pretty weird person.
sure.
I don't like to call people weird. He's just.
I love to call people weird. And
I'm
I
just
say,
kidding.
Trick.
I'm just kidding.
He's a
Yeah,
weird
and I don't
queer.
mean it offensively. I'm just saying.
And with all the offense, you're a weird queer, Streeter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think you keep it honest, right? So whatever you're living, you do it,
Yeah.
right? Like that's why there was the one like flannel detective guy. They called him a detective in training or whatever.
the guy, the Alhambra.
Yeah, the Alhambra guy. I felt like he had a bit of a fabricated moment when they asked him if I can't even remember now what he joked about, but he joked about something and they asked him if that had ever really happened.
Oh, I remember that too. And he was like, no.
And he sort of said, "Yeah, it did." But then they were like, "What?" And he goes, "No, that never happened."
Definitely don't make weird shit up. All I'm saying is
Yeah,
that
don't do that.
But now I don't.
if you take a moment to own the stage, and I'm saying maybe a hand gesture or something, just so Tony's like, what the hell's going on? Then go into your material. It might work to an advantage. But then again, don't overdo it and make up weird lies because he'll smell your BS.
Yeah,
I
I
want
think
to
you
talk
just be
about the
excited.
bicycle guy. The guy
Oh,
that
yeah.
rode here from,
Sure, from
Iowa. Idaho.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was, what was his deal? Like, he called the guy all the way on speakerphone when they made him, he masturbated in that guy's bathroom
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
And then he's like, no, I don't want to call. No, I don't want to do it.
then he did
And then
it.
he does it, and then he hangs up. In the
Yeah,
middle.
because the dude didn't answer.
Yeah, but he could have just let the voicemail pick up. We don't know if he didn't answer.
Yeah.
The voicemail never picked up.
Well, yeah, we don't know.
I thought that guy was a little... Talk about weird. I thought he was weird.
That's a
He was
bizarre
weird.
choice.
But he's the type of dude to get on a bicycle for 2 months alone and ride it down the West Coast.
Yeah,
Like he's a classic comedic introvert, right?
absolutely.
I guess. I don't know. He was...
Or a blogger. Or
But he was
something.
like also
Yeah,
like he was really
yeah.
offended by like any gay comments. Like you could see it in his body language.
really?
Like
I didn't take it that way. I thought he was just really nervous, and he
Oh,
knew
maybe he
his
was.
set did not go that great. And then you get really self-conscious.
and then he wanted to do a shameless plug for his charity at the end.
Well, you gotta go. I think he was trying to end on a positive note.
More for him.
Like Tony hates it when you try to plug crap that's not his show, which
Yeah.
is understandable. It's his freaking show.
Totally understandable. And I also think that the biking thing is a gimmick. Now, you're privileged to the point where you can ride 2 months out of the year a
2,000
bicycle
miles.
Yeah. It's
all
not even
across
done. I think
the
he's
West
going all the way
Coast.
down
And
Really, he's gonna ride. He's
into Mexico.
into Mexico.
I don't know if I think he's going to the border.
well, that's kind of a gimmick. So when you get in on stage, you got to talk about the journey of riding the bicycle. To me, it's like, well, bring a GoPro and make a documentary because
Yeah.
that's not necessarily comedy.
And in 1 minute,
It's just not
Oh,
even
yeah.
what are
funny.
you going to get across?
What
I
are
don't
you gonna
remember
get
what
across?
his jokes were.
Me either.
And
I think
Riding his bike across.
it's a cool thing if you're writing a book.
right,
I might listen to that audio book about your travels
Sure.
across on a bicycle.
Sure.
I
There's
might
a dude who did that about France. He actually rode his bicycle
Yeah.
all across France and wrote about his experience.
Okay, so
and the
if
French
you're-
culture.
into
Yeah,
that.
that's a good move.
But I don't think it's good for comedy, so that's why I wanted to bring him up. And then
Sure.
I also wanted to bring up the lady that has the white baby.
Oh, the 2 black, 1 white babies.
She
Yes.
seemed very sad and distraught.
I
there was
liked her.
something wrong
I
with
Really?
her energy to me.
Well,
I liked.
Or tired. Maybe just really, really
might
tired.
be that. As a
I
parent of
complimented
3,
her
it is-
outside. Actually,
I thought
told
she
her,
did well.
I thought she did too. I said you're really funny. She
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, thanks." She did seem kind of off, but
Yeah.
she's interesting. But she really made fun of herself right in the beginning, saying she was either both a man and a woman
Right.
with her look. She's just androgynous now.
Yeah.
I like that.
I didn't buy it.
know. I don't know. That part was weird because she's married or with a guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You can't say you're not labeling it if you call it a partnership. That's a label.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a fine label, but I'm just saying...
It's still a label.
All of the people in our generation that are all about, like, getting away from... Like, come on.
Yeah, and she's like, well,
Just
you
call
know,
it what it is.
I'm not a lesbian anymore because you never know what you're going to get.
What does that even mean?
It means that
She's bisexual, right?
She's bisexual, and maybe perhaps she was with some women that she didn't enjoy their company, and guess
now
what?
she's with a dude that she loves.
That
or
happens if you're a dater.
likes more.
Well, I don't even... I was... Excuse me. I was actually confused by that whole comment when she made that, like... You never know what you're going to get with a woman. Well, what is that? You never know what you're going to get with a man
That
either.
was her point, though. That was her point, is that she is...
Not going to participate in sex anymore because she's just not...
Or at least she's... I don't know. That was the weird energy part.
That's what I thought was weird,
She
too.
did have some, like, seriously nervous energy.
Right. That's like where the therapy session of Kill Tony like comes in, and
Yeah.
it, like we're out of the world of comedy. I was like, you're really dealing with some sort of relationship issues with sex and intimacy.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like, that the partnership thing for me, that's exactly what we were hitting on there.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I don't know.
Then
It
she
was
talked
kind of
about her
hacky
thing
to
anyway.
me
What else
because
she about
in
her
LA...
kid?
Yeah, well, her, you know, she was like, my vagina was ruined after 3 kids.
Yeah,
It's like,
I thought...
Yeah,
that's
that's
not the way a
true.
woman's body works, but, you know.
And then also, too, it's like... Why is
Right?
everybody playing that card of binary or I'm trans or I'm fluid? Like, I get it. The joke's played out now. Like, we all know about the fact that there are people that identify inside some different categories.
Yeah.
And I'm just tired of hearing everyone's joke falling into that category. I mean, if it's truly your life, then fine, but don't make it into a bit because it seems like everybody wants to make that into a bit. Oh, I'm trans.
Not me.
You know.
No, I'm good. I just so everyone knows, I made a comment today at my job, and they were like, well, men and women should get paid the same an hour. I said, I didn't vote for that. I didn't pick it. No one asked me. I don't want to do manual labor. I would rather just not get involved in that. Thank you very much.
Sure.
You know,
Well, Seth
so
wants that 20 cents.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, you
that
want
is
the
one of my
20
jokes.
cents. I know it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip
Sorry, I
off
shouldn't
that.
be telling your material on
No,
here.
you're
That's
good.
not good.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shame
But I mean,
on you,
most men and women are
Kopus.
doing the same labor now, right? Like,
That's the thing. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't ever want that. I don't want to go do the same man labor. No.
but I mean, like you and your salesman coworkers,
Right.
they stock more than you do. Is that what you're saying? They lift more boxes than
They
you
do now because I made a stink because I don't do it.
Sure.
The choice
sure.
was either I am leaving my current job because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Typically, like for a desk
No.
job, men and women are doing the exact same thing. You know, so that's where
Sure.
the problem comes in. But I don't know. We could get into the wage gap discussion because it's also
I
a
don't
weird
care
measure.
about it.
The measure's a little bit off because they don't.
It's
account,
totally-
They don't anyway. We don't need to
Back
get
to
that
Kill.
political.
Back to Kill Tony.
I'm sorry.
But she was good. I liked her jokes, but I do think it is
Well, I don't
a
like.
trope that is being overplayed
Thank you. That's
and not as genuine, right? For some people, I think it's genuine, right? Like Cassandra
Absolutely.
Cass, when she
For
talks about
sure.
it, if she really got into it on stage, it would be much more endearing because she's lived it, right? And so
Yes, it's
that
a
would
real.
be great.
It's a
But
real situation.
But a woman that looks a little masculine to then jump on the boat, I think is I
But
don't know.
still
I don't know.
wearing
But I don't know her, right?
really tight neon colored leggings. Let's talk about her outfit. She's wearing skin tight leggings. Her body's not destroyed.
Right.
She's a tall, beautiful, medium black skinned woman, or melanated skin, as Afrodyete would say.
Oh, okay.
Woman.
yeah.
And she had like nice sized breasts. Like honestly, looked nice. So I don't know.
She looks like she was a few years old to be a runway model. Like 10 years
with
ago,
the
she could have been a runway
and everything.
model.
Right.
That's what
Right.
I'm thinking too. So when she was said some of those comments, I'm like, what do you mean you're pretty? Like if you had a weave in or long hair, you have your hair cut like a man. So
I will
you
say,
can't.
as a man, anytime a woman complains about not getting sex, I'm like, why not? I don't understand.
Me
It's
either.
so much more genuine for me, and this might be sexist, but when a guy's like, I haven't had sex in a long time,
I believe
I'm
him.
like, okay, I can understand why not. But a woman, I'm like, go outside.
Yeah, if you're from Alhambra and you live with 5 roommates
Yeah.
inside a basement, then I'll understand. Yeah,
Right.
you might
Like,
not
that
have sex for
guy's
a
not
while.
having sex probably. Maybe he is. But
can't-
that one, I
yeah.
would be like, well, you got to move out from all those
But a
big
woman
people.
that's like basically married, that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, so
Like,
it didn't
what's
make
the
sense.
deal?
It didn't make sense.
So a white dude, he's totally going to give it up if you asked. I don't understand.
Sure,
It was just a joke, and I think sometimes
Yeah, for
people
sure.
will say just a joke, and it's not coming from an honest place, and we don't
And
want to
then it
hear that
doesn't-
joke.
Yeah, and it's not believable. It's
Yeah.
it's not credible. But there is
Right,
an
you
interesting
have to.
intersection between therapy and comedy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes Kill Tony airs, like any open mic, would air more on the side of therapy.
Mm-hmm. So
I like it. That's
we
what I
gave
like
the
about-
Golden
Very raw.
Pony Award to Streeter. I think we need to give an award to what's the Angry Bear Award? Like that's the
We could just call it that. The Angry Bear Award.
The Angry Bear Award is like the Angry Bear in Kill Tony is like used to get the person off the
That's
stage.
Yeah.
Usually
They give it
because
like a minute
The
10,
Angry
right?
Bear of West Hollywood.
They go over their time, but let's just say who we had enough of, and we were hoping they leave or exit the stage a little bit sooner
Okay.
during the interview.
I already know
During
mine.
the interview.
Yeah, or stage time period.
Yeah, you're going to go with Connecticut Boy.
That guy, hate
That
him.
guy.
I
Really?
hate those. Here's the thing for me.
Yeah.
Don't like white people from Connecticut. Probably they have this. They just have a lot of money already. They're definitely not struggling. And then they come.
What a terribly prejudicial thing to say.
It's pretty accurate in my mind. So they come here and then they move to Thousand Oaks. And what are you complaining about?
How dare you move to a place just riddled with a mass shooting and a fire?
That's on the barely ever happens side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Compared
No,
to
that's
where
true.
we live,
That's true.
like where the studio apartment you're in now, what would you think has a better chance of a shooting and a fire?
Right.
Thousand Oaks or here?
Well, every
You
place
just made
has
it through our alley.
Every place has its problems, I suppose.
So I don't feel so bad. And he just was, I already said it in the beginning, he was bugged me. He just bugged me.
Yeah.
Everything about him
He
bugged
was
me.
the one who said he'd been
I thought it,
doing stand-up for almost
2 years.
3 years, 2 years,
Yeah,
something?
He was just trying to. He was wearing a costume,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So best costume goes to Cassandra Cass, and then that guy.
Angry Bear on my side award goes to, I'm going to go with the Fox News anchor at the end.
Really?
And I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that it was cool at first, but she gave me the energy that she wanted to leave the stage. And
Yeah.
I didn't see that she was compelling enough to keep her on the stage.
Right.
I felt like she was good for the first few minutes, and then we just started to get more and more into it.
Yeah.
And then she was just kind of standing there awkwardly when we're all ready to just go home, when we could have picked another name out of the bucket,
Yeah.
and Seth Lawrence could have went up,
Hey.
or Kopus Millennium could have went up. So.
Or Ericka.
Or Ericka
Or
Lisa
Ericka
could have won
Lisa
it.
could have went
Or
up,
Feeding
absolutely.
Abraham, or who
Aphrodite.
Or
knows?
Aphrodite.
Anybody else in the crowd.
But her.
I
Yeah.
felt like,
That last comic spot is a tough spot.
and if you don't want to be there, I feel like then you shouldn't just
Yeah.
stay there so
Yeah.
long. Especially when she didn't do like horrible, where
She did fine.
we're getting a lot of fun and making fun of her.
Yeah.
We weren't roasting her that hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could have done with
Well-
2 or 3 minutes less of her. And
Also, she
one more
was
bucket
curtsying all the time up there. When you curtsy like that, that means you're done.
Well, she's appealing to the... I took it as she kept on appealing to the crowd. For me, it was off when she started by saying, I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
Always.
Never
That's a lot.
lead with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, why sign up then? And I could tell, like, Brian Redband's body language, once she said that, was like, get me out of here.
Yep.
Well, first of all, no one's going to expect to get on stage.
No.
So why would you even
Here's the
say? We
thing.
don't know who's picking.
But
There's
it
no
doesn't, like, logically, that doesn't make sense. Then why did you sign up if you don't expect to get on stage? Clearly, part of you expects to get on stage. That's why you signed up.
True. Yeah.
Right? You must expect it at some point. And she'd been doing stand-up for, what, 3 some odd years?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you're used to being on stage at this point, or you should be. She seemed very comfortable, almost too comfortable, right? Because she kept on, I don't know, her demeanor was elitist.
Yeah, she was really to the audience.
Yeah, and that just
I'm
may
from
be
Newport.
the kind of person that she is, you know? I don't know.
Who's your angry bear?
I don't know. I'd probably go with her. I always get bitter at the end of Kill Tony because the last comic,
The last
I'm like,
comic.
gosh, just get off the freaking stage.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know who else they
Is
spent
there-
a long time on. They seem to blow through the Idaho biker guy, which I was fine with.
Yeah. He wasn't. I mean, he could have been interesting with
yeah.
the right questions gone, but the masturbation part,
Yeah,
you know.
I probably would have gone with Connecticut guy because he was also not funny during his bit. I thought it was one of his first times on stage.
No, turns out he's been doing it.
He's been doing it for a while. I'm always sad for the people that are like, I've been doing this for 7 years, and you know, I don't know though. The other thing about the minute is that it's tough. Like the minute long, it's tough. If you're not the type of comic that does one-line jokes or that has sort of some good punches, it can be a really rough set.
Yeah.
Because like my comedy is a little bit longer form. I like doing more life stories, and so a minute it's tough. You got to find.
Is a different kind of comedy.
It's
Absolutely.
very different.
I'm
very
really
different.
scared.
I think it's important to know how to do it, but
Yeah.
it is a very different. So you get someone for 2 years who's had at least 3 minutes. There's a world of difference between a 3-minute open mic spot and a 3-minute show spot and a 1-minute spot.
It's a quick way to make yourself humble if you've been killing inside
Yeah.
other shows.
Yeah.
And then go to bomb for a minute because you realize
Yeah.
you can't get the jokes
Let's
out
talk
quick
about the
enough.
audience for a second on that note. Because I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
the audience was an interesting one tonight, too. There's sometimes the audience is really in tune with... I mean, Tony Hinchcliffe has a particular sense of humor.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dark. He likes to push the boundaries. And I felt like the audience tonight, and Tony commented on it repeatedly,
He did.
Yeah.
that they were not having that.
Oh yeah. Everyone would like, even when he said like the faggot, he said faggot, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, and then someone else is yelling, "That's a bad word." Did
Yeah.
you hear it?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
behind where we were
Yeah.
sitting.
That was
Yeah.
dumb.
And I'm like-
That was dumb, Jasmine. I kicked Jasmine out of a sketch group.
You know her?
years ago. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's funny. She was
Honestly,
making
I
a few
did. I did
comments.
kick Jasmine out of the sketch group. I really didn't have any problems with her, but Nathias did.
Oh, of course, Nathias
Those
did.
heads clashed, so it was interesting to see her tonight.
Now, is she part of the Apollo 13?
She was sitting with Apollo 13. I don't know if she's a
She wasn't
regular.
wearing the shirt, though.
She wasn't wearing the shirt, so
Yeah.
she has been around comedy for a few years though. Because
Yeah.
when I had a comedy sketch group, Don't Lose Your Head, she was one of the original cast members, and she clashed with Nathias Paul and
Nathias Paul, very talented man. He can be hard to work with, though.
he can definitely be hard to work with.
Seriously.
Those big personalities, though.
Put a
Yeah.
bunch of them in a room, it's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, I also dislike the comics that leave when they called. Tony says this is our last comic.
Oh yeah.
There's always a bunch of comics that leave.
I'm one of those people.
I
mean,
like
I
it.
don't
I
leave,
Like you. I don't like you.
No,
Ericka.
I wait till they finish. This is what I do. I wait till they're
Do you?
finished their... till
Yeah.
they're... Till they're done, like, saying their comedy, their
Right?
stand-up, and
Yeah,
then
you were
Tony
gonna say
starts
something else, but
interviewing them, and then
Yeah.
I say, I'm going to use the restroom.
Sure.
And then I come back. So I miss a little bit of the
Yeah,
interview
no,
process.
yeah.
And I do that because I want to get in and go to the toilet. I want to get back here to do this podcast.
Right.
And I can't keep the public waiting.
Of course
and
not. Of course not.
I don't want to be clogged up in the bathroom while all those people are leaving the venue. So that's why I do it.
Yeah. I'm talking about the schmucks, though, that, like, legit leave. They get up and they walk out.
Yeah.
They're not supportive.
That's not
These
nice.
are the same schmucks that go to open mics and then they leave.
Our friend Abraham does it.
Or 2/3.
I saw him do it.
Right. I hate that.
I don't like it.
I don't like that either. For any shows, whether you're at a music performance and your friend has gone on stage and the headliner's about to go on and you skip out because your friend already performed, screw those people. If you're at the end of the open mic and your name didn't get pulled and you bounce and you don't stick to see the last comic, screw those people. Because guess what? That's unsupportive and that's bad karma. And you're probably not going to get pulled out for a long time now because you're being salty because you weren't able to get on stage that day. It just wasn't your night. But why don't you share the moment with other people like we are with the recap show?
Exactly.
Well, go ahead. Did you see the guy get all mad when Streeter was going to go backstage and get in his underwear and that guy stormed out of the building?
No, which guy was that?
Oh, this is bull! And he got all mad. He was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. This black guy had a notebook in his hand. He was all upset. This is bull, and he let me know when this is over. No one saw it. Was I the only one that saw this whole thing?
I was captivated by a history-making moment.
Yeah, me too. But that's
great.
great.
See that.
I'm glad
he
that
wasn't in his underwear yet.
Yeah.
He was in the backstage, and this guy came from back and went out. He was not behind the stage, but back from behind where we were
back
sitting.
Of the showroom.
He was with Apollo 13 or behind them.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right, guys.
Well,
I got some questions for you, for the YouTube audience out there.
All right.
This is our first recap show. Hopefully, a bunch of you, watched it because we're literally piggybacking on the Kill Tony show, unshamelessly doing it. We want to know, what else would you like to hear us talk about? For sure, we are definitely moving to a live streaming studio, and we will be doing that within the next couple of months. I can't give you an exact date because we are working out some details. And we will also be grabbing people from the Kill Tony show and having them come to the studio with us and do the recap along with us. So we'll always grab someone, whether it be our friends Afrodyete, Abraham Boucher, Cassandra Cass, or someone like Streeter that we met a couple of times, but had a great moment on the show like he did tonight.
Sure.
So that's gonna happen. But is there anything else you guys would like to kind of hear? Maybe we should say which band member killed it the most for the night. I think Chroma Chris had a wonderful night.
Yeah,
he barely ever says anything.
Chroma Chris, though, that's why, I don't know. I think he sits in a unique position. Because he says so little, it's like anything he says is going to be funny.
Right.
And Tony's commented on this, right?
Sure. But he's a band member.
But he legit had some good comments tonight.
He did.
It was good. He asked Alhambra if he'd killed all of his
that was so good.
That was good. That was legit good. He could have said a million things tonight, and that still would have been funny.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want us to comment on about the Kill Tony show? Should we start ranking Malcolm's appearances and go from 1 out of 10 on those based on past performances, or his swag? See how closer he gets to looking at a ball player.
I want to know when is he getting out of his car?
is he still living in his car?
We definitely can probably arrange eventually to pull Malcolm himself on the show once he catches wind. We will go and personally ask him.
People viewing this.
Yeah, so the more of you guys that show support for the show, the more likely we're going to be able to get, members from the band.
Yeah.
Maybe Malcolm Hatchett. Possibly, some of the guests.
William Montgomery we could probably get.
Yeah.
He's the freaking psycho.
Michael McKinney.
Yeah.
We could definitely get some Kill Tony regulars out here for you, but obviously it helps if you guys support the show.
You need to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. subscribe, and hit the like button. Please, do it for me, guys. Come on.
Or do it for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Sure.
And just leave us a comment and let us know what you thought about this.
I will write you back your comments. I promise you that I will write you back. I give you my word, I will.
Wow.
And what about Seth? You don't have
can write
anything to
back.
offer anybody?
What do they want from me? I can write you guys back too if you want to ask some questions.
And if you want to know more about Seth, we actually do have a podcast coming out tomorrow. Well, I don't know if you're seeing this on late Monday night or you're watching this Tuesday morning, but on Wednesday we have a full episode of The Dot, which will be on the same YouTube channel, on the same podcast stream if you're catching this on Google Play or Spotify or the iTunes store. And you get to hear all about Seth Lawrence's story. He is a very interesting person.
I say
a
magical.
great guy, magical.
It was a fun podcast.
And
sound excited.
For sure. We did not talk much about comedy. We talked a little bit about it.
That's okay.
But,
Don't give it away. It's a secret.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun for them to find out.
And if you guys want to know more about Ericka, Lisa, and myself, Kopus Millenni, we have a few podcasts of The Dot itself. So, just listen to some of that.
And you can check out Kopus and his rap prowess, right? There's some videos.
That's right. I just won the Rap Guru contest, a battle rap performance. So I won that yesterday on Sunday.
Beautiful.
So you guys will see a video performance of that battle rap. That's coming to YouTube soon, and I'll be happy to share the link if anyone wants to see it. Otherwise, we're here for you guys. We're here as servants of the show for people that want a little bit more Kill Tony. Mm-hmm. We'd love to talk to some of you guys. We could probably open a phone line. Maybe that would be fun if you guys want to call in.
Well, once we start going live, we can also read comments live.
Yeah.
So there's some questions that we could answer. There are guests that we could talk more about. We know some of them personally. So
just consider this the after party of Kill Tony.
Yeah.
That's what we want to be. The Kill Tony after party.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening to us, and hope you enjoyed this episode of the Kill Tony Recap.
See you next week.
Later.